Most people that I speak with will admit that they want more sales and revenue in their business. So what's the first thing that they usually go out and do? Is they invest in sales training and they invest in marketing and ad spend. But contrary to popular belief, this is actually one of the last things that I would tell you to do. Because there are so many things on a foundational level that if you change in your business, that alone can increase your conversion rate and thus bringing you more sales and revenue. Okay? Because if your process sucks, why on earth would you want to go out and invest in more marketing and ad spend just to bring people through your sucky process? Okay, so there are some things that you could do and some ways that you could figure out where you need improvement. And by tracking the Net Promoter Score, this is one of the ways that you could figure that out. So let's dive right in today. The Net Promoter Score. In a nutshell, this is how you track your NPS with this one simple question. On a scale from 0 to 10, how likely are you to recommend our products or services to a friend or colleague? That's pretty much it. And then the people that take your survey, this is how they're categorized by these three categories here: promoters, passives, and detractors. Promoters are loyal enthusiasts who will keep buying from you and referring others to you, fueling growth. Your passives are satisfied but unenthusiastic, and they are vulnerable to competitive offerings. Lastly, the detractors are very unhappy customers who could damage your brand through negative word of mouth. The way you calculate your NPS is by then subtracting the percentage of detractors from your percentage of promoters. So let's say if you surveyed 100 people, 50 of them were promoters and 20 of them were detractors, you would have an NPS score of 30. Now this score could actually range from negative 100 all the way up to 100. So you could go out, look for exactly what the score that you would get means. But that is, in a nutshell, what the NPS consists of. Now, a few best practices that I've found. For starters, I would suggest that you make it an online survey, not face-to-face. The reason is because people will most likely be honest with you if they're not looking at you face-to-face. And here's proof. If you've ever been at a restaurant and you're with your friend and food's taking forever, and by the time you finally get it, it's wrong, it tastes bad, it's cold, and you're saying to your friend, I can't believe they got this wrong. It's not even busy, what is going on? And then the server walks over and asks you if everything's okay, and you said, yeah, everything's perfect, or yeah, it's good. That alone is proof that people will not be as honest with you when they're face-to-face. So if you can, make it an online survey. The next thing is do it after they've received their product or service and they've already started using it. Because there's certain points throughout your process that you can ask the question, oh, how was my sales process? How was the ad that you saw? How was this? How was the delivery? How was that? But if you just do it at the end, you're not bothering, your customers at every single stage, asking them the same question. Just wait to the very end and get an overall view of your entire process, something that's that simple. Okay? The next is asking more questions than just that one. As I was just saying, asking questions to see where your entire process can use improvement in that same survey. That's something that's good to do as well. You could find out a lot of things that you may not even know, negative and positive. And then you just lean into all the positives and try to fix the negatives that you can. I want you to explain to your customers when you're giving them this survey that you're always trying to improve. So any way that they could help you when you're asking your open-ended questions, that that could help somebody else later on throughout your process, tell them that you're always trying to improve. You might have to give them something for completing the survey. I would think something as simple as a $5 Starbucks gift card will go a long way, because even though drinks at Starbucks don't even cost $5, it's more the sentiment that counts. So you're trying to give them something so you could get something in return. You might even have to spend up to upwards of $500. But that $500, because 100 people took your survey, will go so far in teaching you things about your business that you didn't know and showing you ways that you can improve to get more customers later on, to improve your conversion rates, is absolutely priceless. The $500 is going to be like nothing to you. And lastly, you might have to make it anonymous, because again, most people will be more honest with you online if they're not face to face with you. But at the same time, some people also, if they have to put their names on something, they might not be as honest with you as well, because you're going to know exactly who they are. So that might make some people a little bit nervous. You might want to split test and A/B test. If you have 100 customers, send out 50 to the normal survey where they put their names on it, and 50 make it anonymous, and see what kind of results you get there, to see if more people actually complete the survey. Test it out. See whatever works best for you. There's not one way to do this. This is something that you could do over and over again, and you should do constantly, maybe on a monthly basis or on a quarterly basis. You should always be doing surveys like this to see exactly where you are, and when you make improvements, see how those improvements are your customers are viewing them. Okay. And then lastly, I didn't want this video to be very long. I wanted it to be a little bit shorter. If you need any help, or if you'd like any help getting this done and implemented in your business, I am always here to help. My website's theequitybuyersclub.com. Check it out. And if you have started testing Net Promoter Score, or if you are going to start testing your Net Promoter Score, I'd like you to write a comment. Tell me what are the things that you found, and some things that you've learned, and how you could also improve your Net Promoter Score for later on. Alrighty?